day. Y'all saw in the last video the very, very dusty, crappy stuff. Well, here it is. They picked through it pretty good. That makes me happy. That means it was definitely worthwhile getting it raked up and baled up off that field, A, to get it out of the way, and B, they're actually going to use it. Little fawn. So yeah, today's kind of schmaggy, very overcast. It is mild though, it's actually fairly warm. It's about -7, I think. To get up to -3, I think, is the high. Jeepers, that tags are bad. I think that was Ruby. So yeah, gotta run up, get my B12 injection up at the hospital. Do a bit of running around, come back, and we'll get about the day. Thanks for clicking on the video, and glad to have you. There's little Baru. There's Scully. There's Quinny. Adam May. Hey, Roo. Hey, sweet girl. Astro. Yeah, girl. Roo and Belle are not the quietest. Tina, definitely not. Okay. Nels. Hi, Candy. Sweet girl. Hi, Lou. There's old mama. This is the cow, the only cow that's in here, because she keeps having twins, so she has to stay in here. There's Peanut. Everybody knows Peanut. And there's Phoenix. Hi, Phoenix. You lost your tag, darling. Get you some fancy tags. Yeah. Now, Edwina, not petted. Out of the Herefords, it's not really a Hereford, but yeah, she's not petted. Hi, Phoenix. And Sweetie Pie. Then there's Butterball. Butterball, you used to not be able to get within 20 feet of her. See, no tail, scars. She was attacked by one of the hybrids. So we kept her. She hasn't calved yet, so this year is her big chance to stick around. I know, Candy. Oh, yeah. It's a hard life, eh? Yeah. And then there's Jessie. So yeah, these little twins here, that's the cow's twins. Them and the one calf that's with the big group, they'll get kept back for sale later because they're so small. But so you're going to get 3 that'll get kept back this year. Hey, Candy. You're so much like your mother. You're cantankerous. Yeah, you are. Okay. You'll never guess what I'm doing now. Yeah. 6 months of the year, Groundhog Day. Actually, that's not true. Come end of January, start of February, everything will be in the yard, locked up. That way we don't have any little surprises out in the pasture. Don't want no babies born out here, all frozen popsicles and stuff. Yeah, they're picking at the straw. There's still some of that Bennett stuff laying out here that they haven't really paid much attention to, but it'll still be here in the springtime. There is an absolute howler of a wind blowing out of the northwest, which is why you see a lot of the ladies in here sheltering in the corner. It's a bit of a shelter here behind the wall. So I am going to be cruel and make these girls go back out to the field. Yeah. Because that's just what the farmer does. You know, as beef farmers, we're cruel to our animals. Just beat them mercilessly. Look at them. They're fading away because we beat them up so much. So yeah, I'm going to go and feed them out number one along the shelter belt. And yes, that is another one of the reasons we have shelter belts. Is so that the girls can eat out on the land and not get chilled. They're multiplying and I'm losing control. Hey Joker, sweet girl. So yeah, them getting out here in the open, it's good for them. Fresh air, there's the world of goat. So yeah, I'm gonna go and blow the 2 hay bales out there, and then this is that dusty stuff that was here. So I'll drop it back here along the trees. So yeah, that's another one of the jobs for year 5. So next year, 2026 is the end of our 5-year plan. This fence along the back of the trees is getting rebuilt as well. There's gonna be what the heck was a frozen poop? Some people don't realize that from other parts of the world, one of the most dangerous things in the winter to cattle ranching is frozen poop. Like that one there, look at that. That's a tower of danger. I actually had a frozen poop puncture a tire. So, yeah, best be warned. Frozen poop, danger of the tundra. Anyway, I'll go blow the hay out and we'll get to getting. See them? There they are. Yeah, they didn't go far. They put their heads down and just started eating. But I'm gonna go drop the dusty bale down here. That way they gotta go back and forward past it every time they're going for water and shelter. That way they're more picking away at it, so. Anyway, oh pardon me, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's actually not that cold temperature wise, but it's blowing a gale. And I think humidity's high, so. Yeah. So I'm gonna go get this done. I think it's calf bales day today, so we'll get that done too. Pull the wheel out of the back tire for the Tango Turd out of the back of the truck, stick it in the shop, because I can go back on fairly shortly. I gotta run to town and see if I can wrangle up a fitting so I can bypass the water separator on the Tango Turd. I talked to Dennis yesterday when I was in getting the wheel, and I said about the shut-off valve and the injection pump. And he was kind of saying, I've never done one. Normally when we start looking at injection pumps, we just send it away. So we might end up be sending away the injection pump for the Tango Turd to get overhauled. To be decided. Stay tuned. Go get her grain. And no, lo and behold, one calf stuck in a bale feeder. Every time. Except this time it's actually the evil one's kid. Normally it's Bowie's kid. Weird, they can get in, they can't get back out. Weird how that happens. Okay, gotta tip up the bale feeder. Not really sketchy stuff, but call it sketchy. So yeah, I was hoping we would have the workshop a bit more cleaned out. We could be changing the tracks so this thing's not as bumpy. But here we are. And yet I cannot find my door opener. So looks like it's me. Feeding the Huggabears. Even put one back down the ravine there again. It's actually not bad today. It's very cold, but the wind's not too bad and the sun is shining, so Figured down here away from the yard. Hopefully they'll remember they watched me put the bale down in the ravine. Figure my cows don't have a very good memory. They can stand there and watch you do something and then forget you did it. Well, I do that too, I suppose. Here's Chewy. Had a nice hug with Duchess. See, Duchess got an extra year last year. She didn't carry her second calving season, and then she didn't carry last year. But she got a bye because she's a special one, and also because we shortened up the bull window, so it's not technically her fault. So her and Miss JJ got a free pass. Anyway, do what bales I need to do, and then figure out what I want to do on a day when it's minus 20. It's funny because on the Facebook and the farmers pages, people are talking about different ways that they feed their cows. So you got the ones that have their animals in their yard already in bale feeders, and then you got the ones that are doing bale grazing. They got hundreds and hundreds of bales. I think one of our neighbors has hundreds of thousands of bales out unwrapped on light sandy land. So yeah, they buy in almost all of their forage, baled forage, and that way they're using that to bolster their soil productivity. So they buy in roughage and low quality hay, and then that way as the cows eat it and mess it up, it's creating litter on their soil, so it's building up their field value. But our system works good for us. Plus, it is quite handy using this little tractor because the tractor's paid for, so there's no payments on it. And it's only 85 horse, so it doesn't use a lot of fuel, considering every day it comes out here and puts out 3 bales. So, yeah, I get it's still using diesel, but 85 horse over, say, 150 horse tractor, this is low input. So it works for us, our system. Anyway, we get to probably get back in the workshop, I think, warm up. Well, I don't know if I'm making headway or I'm getting myself deeper in trouble. So, went to stores, couldn't find a fitting to bypass the water separator. Was just digging through my pack rat stuff in the garage and found a fitting that I'd saved off of something, I don't know what. It was close enough. So then dipped into my tap and die set and figured out it was a 1/2 inch by 20 MPT something or other thread. So I rethreaded it because it's brass. Good enough threading. So I have a bunch of it's a little, well, you might be all oily from my fingers. That orange thing, I found it in the recycling when we used to do the recycling over near Verdon. And the great thing when you're doing that over near Verdon, there's a lot of like oil field guys and tech guys. They just dump all their stuff out when they're like changing trucks. So if you're there at the right time, you'll get tools and parts and a whole lot of really cool stuff. In the recycling, or the dumpsters, whatever, they just drop big boxes right off by the dumpsters. So I have a whole bunch of that fuel safe pipe wrap, thread wrap. So I put that on there. So the water separator is bypassed completely. I haven't taken it off yet. I'll wait until I pressurize this and make sure that's going to hold fuel. So that is that. This is all back together. Hoses are all tight and snugged back up. The tank is about half full of fuel. I dropped all the fuel out of that drum into buckets and put the dregs of it into this bucket at the end. So you're starting to see what's left over, but that's a whole other story. So now I'm starting to dip into this. So I watched a couple of YouTube videos, and one of them is to take out the banjo bolt for the supply, fuel supply into the pump, the injection pump. Because in some of them there's a little screen There's a little insert with a screen on there because basically this is the mechanical part of the pump. The fuel just comes in there, hits the distributor, and goes back out through the injection lines. Not sure why this one injection line has an extension on it. Kinda odd. Don't know why. Not gonna poke that bear. Like I said, we may have to pull the pump and take it to Wade in at Wheat City Diesel. Just gotta pull the front cover off, mark my timings, just to make sure that I put it back the way it was. And but I'm hoping I'm gonna pull that off, check that, and then I'm gonna see if I can crack the top off, because it's that thing there. So that in here there's a shuttle for fuel. So yeah, I don't know how that all works, but it shuts off the fuel. So I don't know. Anyway, you'll know when I know. Well, let's just learn together. Let's just learn together. Well, you know, it's never that easy, is it? It's never as easy as the guy in the video on YouTube makes it look. Because he pulled his thing out and then the little filter thing just came out. So I pulled the banjo out. You know, it's what it is. Nothing looks out of the ordinary. So now we're left with this. See if I can get you in there and take a look. Now we're left with that thing there. So that's a 3/4 inch wrench, flat side, but it's only flat in one position. It's not hexagonal. So with all these fuel lines on, I can't turn that and pull it out. So we got to that point, so I'm not going any further with that, because I'm not all that enthusiastic about undoing these. I've undone all of these plenty of times. I've never touched these, so that's one of those last minute efforts. So I knew I was at this point. Security Torx bit. Then there's a really weird thing in there that was sort of movable. So got the old dental picks out, and yeah, it's just a plastic cap. Popped it out, and lo and behold, it's another security Torx bit. So yeah, 3 security Torx bits, so that top plate should come off. So I think that's what we'll do after coffee, so we'll bring you back. Tucked in for some of these cold nights. Hey, Dirtius. Hey, wee Scrappy Doo. Can't keep calling you Scrappy Doo. Gotta come up with a good name for you. So yeah, the wee girl's doing well. She's starting to put weight back on. Yeah, and she's definitely... I could do with Bebop coming in here too, because she could do with putting a bit of weight on, but she's staying, so she'll get lots after the rest of them head off to market. And Panda Girl's brother, Deadpool, is mad he's not allowed in here. Well, your sister was sick, bud. Little creatures. Yeah, you too. Another month that you gotta go. And leave her in here to chow down. Yeah, no, she's doing well. Yeah, good turnaround. And yes, Dad, I gotta bring a tire in because they knocked the diatomaceous earth tub over. So now they just gotta clean it up. It's a mess. Anyway. Yeah, we're officially in the depths of winter now. It is 5 o'clock. It is minus 20. It is a wind chill of minus 27. And my face hurts. So yeah, everybody's accounted for, fed and watered. The little girl is put back with Gen Pop. And I'm gonna go back in the shop. I'll see you there. End of another day. Well, crapazoola. We're at a standstill. So, when I got in here and I figured out, okay, so these are security Torx bits. It never really did quite dawn on me. These are 5-point Torx security bits. And I was thinking, I'm sure I have those. So, I had to go through, this isn't them all, but this is most of them. So, these are all my Allen key 1/4-inch bits or hex drive bits. So it doesn't matter. These are all my adapter bits. These are my Torx bits. Yes, they don't look like this. I've been sorting them. These are my long Torx. So then I got a bunch of other bits. The Phillips, squares, flats. These are all the different lengths ones. So I thought I have a specialty kit. I know I have it because I used to use it for doing e-waste. So I thought, here we go, we got her. So here's my security Torx bits. Yeah, they're 6-point Torx bits. I was sure I had them. Lo and behold, security Allen bits. No 5-point bits. Yeah, I know they're kind of all middled and muggled, but I have nothing. I have nothing that is a 5-point bit, never mind a Torx bit. So I don't know, maybe answer this down in the comment section. Is there special bits just for doing pumps? Because I've never seen these before, ever. Never seen them. So I might need to find out if Princesses of the Autos sells another kit that has even more obsolete bits. Because I've just spent an hour going through all of mine. I gotta organize them yet too, but I should have like a big tray with just a whole bunch of holes in them. Anyway, we're done. That's us, we're stuck. Tank is fueled up, fixed, cleaned, all the rest of it. I have a bunch of dashboard stuff that I'd never put back in since the last time I was working in here. So we're at a standstill with that dang thing. Yeah, look at that for just nasty. So yeah, that's what came out of the bottom of the tank. So in the next episode, might not be getting much more to do. We'll get the inside finished up. I want to crack the side console because I think there's wires broken or disconnected in there because my 3-point link doesn't work anymore. We'll probably end up just yanking that water separator completely out, not having it there. It's just one more thing to pick up dust. So, oh, dang it all anyway. It's supper time, Liam is here. I came out for a visit. Brought his cat to see if his cat's gonna like the little kitten that he wants to take home with him. And Mrs. Piper Doug made homemade pizza, which is to die for. Man, oh man, it is a crispy night. Nice thing is, it's not very breezy. So, I just hope the girls found their other bale down in the creek where it was kind of sheltered. I don't hear them hollering, so they must have found it. So, anyway, yeah, see it's sparkling. It's supper time, and that'll probably be it. I may have subjected you all to too many long videos this week, so hopefully we'll get some answers on that pump in the next video, maybe. Maybe clean the twine out of that processor too. So there's Liam's new car. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Home sweet home. I like my Christmas light. Yeah, none of the rest of them are working, so it looks like we're going for new Christmas lights.